beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about this new collection from Nomad Cosmetics. This is the Provence collection. We have, of course, an eyeshadow palette. Nomad is well known for creating eyeshadow palettes themed around different places, different destinations. But in this collection, we also have a brand new product. I believe it's a brand new product to the brand. They're introducing 4 lip gloss shades. This collection is launching on July 12th. Nomad was nice enough to send over these products for me to test for you. So I did receive these in PR, but all of these products will be available on their website starting on July 12th. Apologies ahead of time if I butcher any of these words. I do not speak a speck of French. If we had a collection that was all Spanish, I would nail that, okay? I studied Spanish for like 15 years in school. I have a minor in Spanish. I'm, fun fact, on a 100-day Duolingo streak, so I still practice Spanish every single day. If we had a Spanish collection, I would nail it. But unfortunately, I am just not well versed in French pronunciation, so please go easy on me, forgive me, I'm going to try my best. I do try to Google the words and listen to how to pronounce them, but you know, when you're not a native speaker, sometimes no matter how hard you try, you can't quite get it right, so I'll do my best. Apologies in advance if I butcher any of these, but I really do genuinely try. Let's start with the lip products first. Like I mentioned, we have 4 lip glosses. These are going to be priced at $12 US a piece. Or there will be a bundle available where you can get all 4 lip gloss shades for $39. The lip gloss packaging, the outer box anyway, is exactly the same graphic as you'll find on the palette. I think this is really pretty. And then all the shade names are printed right on top of the boxes. Inside, you can see these really bright, very, very shimmery glosses. We have one that's more of a glittery finish, 2 that are a more iridescent finish, and then that purple one is a little bit of a cross between the 2. This is a long, slim lip gloss tube, and then inside there is a flat, flexible paddle applicator. So pretty standard gloss component. Next up, I'm going to show you some swatches first all together on my arm here so you can see the similarities and differences in these glosses. And then I'm going to lip swatch all of them for you. That way you can see what these actually look like on the lips. Now we have what I believe is the star of the show. This palette is, well, I mean, first of all, just look at the packaging. It's so pretty. This is a 15 pan palette. It's priced at $39 US. I'm going to give you a really close-up look at the packaging, at the palette. You probably know if you've seen Nomad palettes before, but many of their eyeshadow pans have these little designs stamped into them. And mine in the close-ups and obviously now are a little bit messed up because I've been swatching this and using it so I could review it for you. But I do have a video on Instagram, a reels of what this palette looked like when it was fresh. If you want to see what the imprints looked like before I swatched them and put eyeshadow brushes in them and, you know, sort of messed them up, then go check out that reel over on the Makeup.Just.For.Fun Instagram page because these are so pretty and it always makes me sad to mess them up, so I love that I can take videos and pictures of them to preserve them before I get my greedy little fingers in there. So now let's take a close-up look at this Provence palette, and I'll also show you swatches and eye look, all that fun stuff too.
I absolutely love this bright, joyful, colorful artwork on the front of the palette, as well as the outer packaging that the palette comes in. When you look at just the box here, there are some pictures of the shades on the back. This packaging also indicates that the palette is both cruelty-free and vegan. So all my vegan friends out there, this one is for you, and it even has a really nice red in it. I know that's something that the vegan palettes can struggle with. Here on the back of the actual palette, there's none of the shades or anything like that, but you can see that they are supporting the Bee Conservancy. So they always have a cute little themed cause to go with their palettes. Opening up inside here, there is a nice big mirror. This is a lightweight cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure. There are 10 matte shades, so the top and bottom rows are all matte, and then 5 shimmers, all those shades through the center there. And as you can see, there are these really cute little images imprinted into the powders. And all of these different design elements, these little images, also go along with the theme of the palette. I really love that they do this. I think it's such a special, luxurious detail, and it's the type of thing that I appreciate in a palette. Maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it really makes it feel special and luxurious to me. Now I'm going to give you a close-up look here, but I also want to point out the layout with the pastel-ish mattes on top, then the row of shimmers here, and then all of the deeper shades on the bottom row. These are more sultry, deep tones, but we also have sets of 3, these little monochromatic trios. So if you wanted to do just an easy monochromatic eye look, this layout makes it super simple to do that. Now I want to show you some swatches of this palette. As usual, it's finger swatches on top and then brush swatches below. I used my e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush for the brush swatches, and I cleaned the brush off in between each shade using my Veramona color switch. That way I can clean the brush and keep it dry, because I do use a dry brush for all of these swatches. And you can see here the consistency is pretty spot on. There are a couple shades that look a bit more sheer with the brush application, but all in all, really happy with the performance in swatch and on the eye. And speaking of on the eye, I'm going to show you a quick little tutorial for the eye look that I'm wearing throughout this video. First, I wore my ColourPop Party Proof Primer. This has really been my go-to. It's basically replaced my MAC Paint Pot, which is kind of crazy to say. Next, I'm using this soft corally matte shade, and I'm blending that into the crease, sort of the transition area. I was really impressed with how easily this blended and how smooth it looks, because sometimes that first shadow to go down can be a little bit kind of patchy or sort of skidding along the skin, and these are just so silky smooth. They apply really, really easily. I'm packing on some of the deeper dusty purple shade onto the outer part of my eyelid, and then I'm going to combine that corally shade with the red matte on a little small detail blending brush, and I'm going to use those 2 shades to blend the edges of the purple up into that crease area so that it just gives a smooth shift. Touched up the purple a little bit more, and next I'm going to use this shimmery purple shade. This is so pretty. It has a great impact on the eye. I'm just applying that shade dry with my finger, but I can imagine that using a damp brush for this one would be even more out of this world. For the lower lash line, I'm doing that coral red combo again. I know some people don't like these shades so close to the eye. It's just a personal preference. I think it looks kind of cool and kind of like edgy rock and roll, but you know, that's just me. Speaking of edgy and rock and roll, now I'm going to put this shimmery pink eyeshadow on the inner corners of my eyes. Then I curled my lashes, added some Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, and that's my finished look. I love how bold and impactful this color combo is, but it really wasn't a crazy amount of work, and I felt like the shadows worked so well together and blended so well together that it made this even easier, and it turned out to be a really fun, sultry look.
I have to say, overall, this is probably my favorite Nomad palette that I've ever used. Their packaging is always really pretty and really inspiring to me. I'm a big fan of their packaging, and this is no exception. I mean, I'm very drawn to this packaging wise, but when it comes to, first of all, the color story, I do think this is interesting yet approachable. It's a little bit different. It's definitely inspiring and colorful, but it's not so wild that it either A, just becomes a rainbow palette, or B, feels unusable. It has such a great balance. I really like the way it's laid out in these little monotone trios, but I also think it's really smart the way that they laid out the rows as well, because what we have here is mattes, shimmers, mattes, and it's more pastel-y, more jewel tone slash smoky, and then in between we have these great midpoint shimmers. I just think it's really smart. It's a great balance between cool tones and warm tones. It's a great balance between really bright fun colors and more toned down approachable shades. When it comes to formula and performance of the shades, I also think this is the best Nomad palette I've ever used. It's the most consistent across the board. I didn't feel like there were any shades that were too similar or were duds or were blending away or didn't show up well. There's a great mix of finishes in here, but they all perform at a really high consistent level. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite Nomad Cosmetics palette yet, and I've liked quite a few of their other palettes, but this one just seems like really a standout for me personally because it is hitting all the right notes all the way across the board. I like my eye look. I like even the more simple eye looks that I've gotten out of this. I did a really cute 2 shadow look with this mustardy matte shade. I just sort of blended that all over the lid and up into the crease. And then I took this peachy shimmer and just put it all over the lid. And it looks so cute. These mattes blend really well. I'm a big fan of this one. I definitely think the palette for me is a standout over the glosses. I'm just not a big metallic shimmery gloss type of person, but I do think these are nice if that's something that you're into. It's just not really my personal style, but the palette definitely is. Now's the time when I want to hear what you think about this collection. Are you interested? Are you excited? Are you going to be purchasing it? If you are planning on picking this up, check down in my description box. I don't have a discount code or an affiliate code with Nomad, but I think a few of my friends do, so I'm going to list their codes down in the description. Make sure you use one of those. You can save a couple bucks. You can support a great creator in the process. Make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Apparently I can't speak English either. Great. Their palettes are always so cute. Just look how cute that is. I wore my little yellow flower earrings from my Etsy shop to kind of go with the palette. Since I wasn't going to wear this yellow eyeshadow, I thought the color was kind of similar. It is pretty close. My Etsy shop is back up and running for anybody who cares about that kind of thing. I did put it on vacation mode for a while I was at my sister's wedding and while I was moving, but it's back up and running now. I haven't added anything new in a while, but I have big plans. Fall's gonna be crazy. Halloween's gonna be crazy. Obviously, I'll do a lot for holiday too. I don't do just Christmas. I also do release some Hanukkah designs and some like holiday, winter, religiously neutral holiday designs. Whatever you do or don't celebrate, I'll have something for you. I'm really excited for fall and Halloween releases this year because I've got some really cool stuff and that is my time to thrive. So I'm a little behind on making those things now because they're going to be launching really soon. I'm trying not too hard to think about it. Anyway, go check out my Etsy shop. Oh, get back on track. Don't forget to do lip swatches. You'll be beheaded if you forget to do lip swatches. They'll send you to the guillotine. Get it? Because guillotines are French. Shiny, 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 shiny. Ooh, my foot fell asleep. So I'm just dealing with that right now. Miel. That must mean honey, because that sounds like the Spanish word for honey. Bet it is, because there's these little bees. The weather has been absolutely crazy here. It's super hot and it thunderstorms every day. Thunder shaking the house, the power goes out. I'm afraid the garage is gonna flood. The dog is having a panic attack type of thunderstorms, but every day. Why? Ooh, that is metallic. That is metallic. That is, this one I can like feel the glitters a little bit. When I rub my lips together, I can feel the little glitter specks in there. I couldn't do that with the other one. This one is like Barbie pink. Barbie pink. What's the deal with the Barbie movie? Is it gonna be a kid's movie? I mean, I can't imagine that that franchise would do anything that wasn't family friendly. Ryan Gosling as Ken, I can see that. It will be a PG rated film. Yeah, it says it'll be a PG rated film and it'll be a rom-com. I don't know. I'll be interested to see what that looks like. I mean, I'd watch it. I love a rom-com. Maybe she can wear this lip gloss in the movie because it matches her dream car. I did it. I did not forget lip swatches. Yes. Well, I can hear my child talking to his iPad. So that's my cue to go let him talk to a real person instead. And potentially go sweat my face off because I have to take my DOGOUT, but it is 1,000,000 degrees outside. It's 93, feels like 103, 60% humidity. Ugh. It feels gross, but I gotta be honest with you, it's been great for my skin. This humid weather is really just doing it for the dry skin girls out here, and boys, and everyone in between. Okay, so have a great day. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my friends' discount codes, and make sure that you take care of that sweet little face of yours. You know why? Because I love your face, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.